welcome back. It's still the weekend. Today's Sunday, and I'm feeling hungry for lunch. I had a simple breakfast. I just did one of my slices of protein egg white bread that I made in another video before, and I just made grilled cheese out of that, and that was my breakfast. And now I'm in the mood for some pizza. I have a recipe for a cottage cheese crust, and what I'm gonna do is use one of the burgers, maybe two of the burgers from yesterday, crumble that up, take some of that great G. Hughes barbecue sauce that I have, and I'll show you guys when I get to that part. And we're gonna make a burger pizza. How could you go wrong? It's burger, it's bacon, it's cheese. I'm also going to include a simple, quick recipe for some homemade taco seasoning, because it is a great way to get the spices that you like and you don't like in it and out of it. You can control the salt level. You can make it spicy by adding chili powder. You don't have to add that. You could also add cayenne pepper to really kick it up a notch. So let's get cooking. Okay, now we're ready to make our taco seasoning. I have 6 ingredients that I use, and we'll start with 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of oregano, and half a teaspoon of salt. Now I made a small batch because I don't really go through it that much, but this recipe you can use about 2 tablespoons for 1 pound of meat. Alright, and I'll have the ingredients listed for you, and once it's there you just mix it up. Now that we have the taco seasoning out of the way, we're gonna make our pizza. The recipe that I'm using calls for 1 cup of cottage cheese, 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons of almond flour, and a half cup of Parmesan cheese. I went ahead already and I blended the cottage cheese and the eggs in my little blender. I love this thing. What you do is you first blend everything together because you don't want the chunks of the cottage cheese in there. So we'll just take everything out here. And then we're gonna add our dry ingredient. 2 tablespoons of almond flour is 14 grams. Next is a half a cup of Parmesan cheese. I used to use the powdered Parmesan cheese, but after looking more into the ingredients, we realized that when you buy the pre-shredded cheeses and things like that, they usually have, I forget the name of it, but it's like equivalent to sawdust basically. That keeps the cheese from clumping in the bag, so by the time it leaves the factory and gets to you, it's not just one solid ball of cheese. So they keep it from sticking to each other. But what we do is that we buy the solid piece of cheese and we just shred it ourselves. We have a nice little machine that does it, and it does it in like, I don't know, under 30 seconds, depending on how much cheese you got. So I only cut up a small piece of fresh parm, and I did half a cup. It's fresh, as you see, shred. I just shredded it about an hour ago. So we're gonna put that in there. And now you're just gonna mix everything. You could add garlic powder, you can add any other spices to this. I wouldn't add salt because Parmesan cheese tends to be very salty. But I'm just not going to add it because obviously it's a pizza and I'm going to be adding other things to it, and I'm sure those other things, you know, could have salt in it, you know. So why add more when you don't have to? It's not going to be a flavorless crust by any means. So don't worry about that. But we're just going to mix everything together. And remember what I said in the other video is that when you start using things like the almond flour, you want to let it rest so it can activate all the ingredients. So we're done mixing here. And now I'm just going to let it rest. So the batter has rested. I want to show you how I put this together to make my life so easy. You have to use parchment paper, and if you've ever used parchment paper, you know how annoying it is. There's techniques where you can crumble it up and wet it and put it, or flip the pan upside down to form it around and then put it back in. I don't do all that. I use your basic paper clips. Binder clips, actually, what they're called. I just measure out my parchment paper and I anchor down one side, flip it, and anchor the other side, and call it a day. And this is what the batter looks like. Nothing fancy. It kind of mimics the cottage cheese wrap, but because we're adding the almond flour and the Parmesan, it turns into a pizza crust. Let's get cooking. So we're just going to pour the batter. It's going to come out clumpy. Just scrape the bowl, get everything out of there. No wasty. Can't be wasting anything nowadays. I'll try to show you guys while holding the phone. I'll show you, okay? So this is what it's going to come out to. And you want to evenly spread around. You don't want to spread too much because you don't want it to be too thin. You also don't want the fat parts because then it's going to cook unevenly. Take your time. Try to cover up, like I said, don't make it too thin because it's just going to come out unevenly cooked. You don't want to make it to where you can see through the parchment paper. Now, it's not going to come out like a great looking pizza. It's going to be weird. But who cares? Pizza's pizza. I mean, I don't care. Maybe if you want if you want to do this a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, you could use a round before too to get that actual roundness to it, which you could do that too. I've done that. So now that it's spread out, I'm just gonna take my clips off. And sometimes I like to upgrade a little bit, make it a little fancy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the sesame seeds because I absolutely love it. And I'm just gonna pour it around the edges so I have a sesame seed crust. And you don't need that much, but I love them, so I'm just gonna put as much as I want. You could also, which would be really fun, make this crust, right? But then, instead of the sesame seeds, do the everything bake, right? And then you can make this into a breakfast pizza by throwing eggs and some salsa and some sausage and some more bacon if you want. Whatever you like. I've done that before too. It's my absolute favorite. And like I said, for the sauce, you can just use the salsa. Perfectly fine. If you don't like that, maybe turn it into like one of those country style breakfasts where you have that white gravy. That would be really good too. That'd be really good. Okay, so let's pop this bad boy in the oven. I have it ready at 400 degrees and we're going to bake it for about 20 minutes. I'm going to check on it at the 15-minute mark and see if I need to rotate the pan. So when it's done, I'll show you. Finished product, guys. Now for the barbecue sauce, I chose G. Hughes Sweet and Spicy. I went with 3 servings of the G. Hughes barbecue sauce. Each serving is 31 grams and it is 10 calories. Spread it out evenly. You don't need that much. Unless you like it really saucy like I do. But I mean, for 10 calories, let's have 3 servings, it's fine. Next, what we're gonna do is our ground meat. Each patty, remember yesterday, was 100 grams. So I have 2 patties here. So I'm gonna use 200 grams of ground beef. Next, I got shredded cheese. I got American cheese in here. I shredded it this morning. Like I said, we don't like to buy pre-shredded. So we get chunks of American cheese from the deli section. And we just use our machine at home and we just crank it and we got shredded cheese. And we pay about $2 for a good sized container of cubed American cheese, and we get probably one of those restaurant size depot bags of the cheese once you shred it yourself. I mean, this is huge, and this is all shredded, and I only paid $2 because I shredded it myself. So we're gonna put the cheese. Now I'm not measuring it. I just forgot, to be honest, to measure it. But I do have it on my scale and I'm watching the numbers, so I can't give you an accurate reading on the calorie count here for the cheese, but I'm watching the numbers. Next, I have some onion. It brightens the dish, cuts through all of that heaviness of the cheese and the burger and all that stuff. Fresh it up. And you can put whatever you want. I mean, it's like a burger pizza. So if you feel like putting pickles, you can do pickles. I've had pizza with pickles on it and I thought it was amazing. Jalapenos would be good too. And for those of you who are saying, you know what would make that really good? Some bacon. You're right. It would. We already have bacon already cooked and chopped. We actually made like a bacon jerky for ourselves to take on vacation because we knew we were going to be hiking and all that stuff. So, you know, you need to pack light, you need protein, you need something to get you through. So we had leftovers, so I just chopped it up and we're gonna add it to our pizza. I never let anything go to waste. I recycle foods into brand new dishes all the time. Sometimes if I have different proteins and I have chopped up veggies, I'll do a simple stir fry with that. You know, that, I mean, why throw it away? It's like a house special. When you see the word house special on a Chinese menu, that's basically everything that they've got left in the place. And they're throwing it in rice. And that's it. That's all it is. It's like a garbage plate. But that's okay. I eat it. Now that the pizza is official, let me show you what it looks like. Doesn't it look good? I can't wait to eat. I haven't eaten yet and I'm starving. Let's get cooking. Thanks so much, guys, for spending lunchtime with me. I hope you try it. and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And let me know what you did. I would love to hear from you guys. Did you do a cheeseburger pizza like I did? Or did you go traditional Italian, heavy pepperonis your liking, or a Hawaiian style, which is very tasty? I look forward to hearing from all of you, and I'll see you on the next video.